Hey, Dan here, and in this video we are going to dive in exactly what process we use for our clients that have generated them over $1 million in lifetime value using Google Ads. So this is the exact process that we use for all of our clients to make sure that their ads are performing as soon as possible. So it's a very valuable video. I was actually doubting to actually record this because this literally took me about 5-6 years and tens of thousands of dollars to actually develop. But if it at least can help one of you, I think it was worth my time. So I'll quickly first introduce myself. My name is Dan. I'm the owner of Accounting Kings, where we help accounting firms get more higher revenue business owner clients. And every month we spend about $50,000 on ads on behalf of the accounting firms we work with. And I create these videos just to give away as much value as possible so that you can implement it, make some money for yourself. So I will actually share my screen. I'm going to go over the whole process that we use with every single accounting, bookkeeping or tax firm so that we can actually help them to get the best quality, highest paying clients. And I will dive into every single step of the process. There are also a couple other videos on the channel about how to actually create Google Ads, what process we use more in detail in terms of the Google Ads itself. And the process that I'm going to show you today in this video is more going over the general approach that we actually take and how to actually get the campaign up and running. So it's more a general process for Google Ads, and the other videos I uploaded was really actually in detail about the keywords in the ads and how to optimize all of that. So without further ado, I will share my screen right now and we will dive in. Okay, so this is the Miro board. It probably doesn't make any sense for you right now. No worries, I will explain exactly what everything is here. It's basically a step-by-step process on what you need to do and accomplish to actually move to the next stage and actually optimize the campaigns a bit more. So first of all, you pick a campaign. You always want to have a very as specific possible campaign as you can. So for example, if you have a firm that's mainly tax focused, for example, you can have a tax account campaign, tax planning campaign, and tax preparation campaign. If you do it all, tax, bookkeeping, accounting, just pick a general CPA, accounting, bookkeeping, or tax accountant campaign if you are not a CPA. And if you only do bookkeeping and maybe you want to upsell more clients to a CFO type of service, just grab a bookkeeping campaign and you can still run an accounting campaign. The thing is, if you, for example, run a keyword like accountant near me, there are people that are also looking for bookkeeping, but there are also people looking for just simple tax preparation. So you need to kind of filter those people out. And I'll probably make a video on how to do this later on. So shameless plug to subscribe right now. So let's dive right in. So first of all, if after you've picked your campaign, you want to start with manual cost per click. This essentially means that you are manually bidding on all the keywords. The opinions are kind of there are a lot of opinions on if you need to start with manual cost per click or that you need to start with automatic bidding. I like to have a bit more control in the beginning of the keywords for Google Ads. So that's why I always start with the manual cost per click, but you can also just do an automatic cost per click by Google so that they are going to bid, but Google is incentivized to actually charge a bit more. So I rather want to have a bit more control, especially if you don't have a very high budget. In the beginning, we actually pass all the two-word phrase matches. The reason why we do this is because phrase matches, keyword with phrase matches in there, they can be profitable, but the thing is they are not very specific. So if you have a phrase match with two words in there, CPA firm or accounting firm, bookkeeping firm or tax firm, someone can also do a search like cheap tax firm near me. That's probably not something that you want to show your ads to. And with phrase matches nowadays in 24, 25, the search terms that you will get, so what is someone typing in when they actually see your ads, are also not as specific anymore. So back in the days when you were doing phrase matches, it was essentially, I'll actually make a video on the different types of keywords now I'm thinking about it. So again, subscribe. But the main thing is with phrase keywords is that as long as your phrase of the keywords is in the search of the searcher, your ad will show up. Nowadays it's a bit broader. Nowadays If you have the keyword with a phrase match accountant near me, your ad will also show to tax professional near me or in my area. So it is not very specific anymore. It's more about intent. That's something that is important to know. And in the beginning, you want to see if there is enough search volume with the 3-word phrase matches or exact matches. We don't really do broad match. Then number 3, 40-mile radius with cities below 500,000, 20 miles between 500 and a million, and 10 if it's above 1 million. So the reason why you want to have different mile radius per city that you target is because there needs to be enough search volume in your radius to actually get enough impressions and clicks. And if you, for example, do a 10-mile radius and you live in the middle of nowhere, then there are probably on a daily basis maybe like 20 people. This is literally like a wild guess, but for the example's sake, maybe 20 people looking for accountants or bookkeepers or tax professionals in that radius. And that's not enough, of course, to run a profitable campaign because you will probably only get 1 click per day. Thing is also, if you are in a area where there are simply not a lot of people are also used to travel a bit more. So it's not really a big issue to actually increase the radius. If you, for example, live in the middle of New York City and you do a 40-mile radius, nobody's going to drive 40 miles in New York because it takes ages. And yeah, that is simply how it works. You want to have enough people in the radius to actually get enough clicks to spend your full budget. So when those foundations are done, you click and your ads go live. Now then the first goal is to have consistency in ad spend. The reason why this sometimes can be an issue is actually because of the radius. You have a too small radius still with not enough people in there. But there can also be a reason that your cost per click bids are too low. There's maybe a lot of competition and you need to increase your bids a bit. If not, so let's say after 3 days, typically most of the times after you launch your ads, this is also with Meta, with LinkedIn, with every other platform, it's not the case that they will spend their budget after you click on go live. It takes a few days a lot of the times before you actually get a couple of clicks and enough impressions. So this is kind of goal number 1. If yes, you go to the next stage, which I will dive into later in this video. If there is no consistency in ad spend, and this whole process of getting consistent ad spend only takes about a week, like plus minus, can be shorter, can be a bit longer. If there is no consistency in ad spend, then you want to increase the cost per click bids. So you don't really want to mess around with too many things of your campaign, but the cost per click bids is just the easiest way to actually spend the budget. You will also get a little bit better quality click. You will get less data faster though, but I will dive into why this is not a really big issue in terms of quality later on. So you want to actually increase the cost per click bids from $5 to actually $7.50. If you think, hey, $7.50 per click sounds like a lot because maybe you are used to run a business in another industry where the cost per clicks are lower. If you are doing a good job with actually selling your services and you're doing a good job of retaining clients and you're doing a good job of actually upselling and offering services that people need versus want, then the return on your investment will be insane if you know how to run a profitable marketing campaign for your firm. So if this didn't work after 2 working days, you can actually activate more campaigns. If you have more campaigns. If you don't want to do that, then you activate those 2-word phrase matches that I talked about earlier. This actually increasing the cost per clicks, adding extra campaigns, or actually activating the 2-word phrase matches, 99% of the times actually does the job. If not, then you want to increase the radius by 50%. So if you went with a radius of 20%, now you increase this to 30. Typically, we never actually had to increase the cost per click to $10. It literally never happened. But if this still is not doing a job, I will actually first dive into your campaign and see, is there maybe anything else that is going wrong here? But if so, by the way, just leave a comment and I will actually also give you some free advice. I'd love to help you out. But if this is not working, then you can either increase your cost per click to $10 and also just dive into the campaign like, hey, what is now not working exactly? If this didn't work, enable search partners. Search partners is essentially, for example, Yahoo, or the search websites that are part of the Google network. So you can have very low cost per click. So I'm talking like $1 for a click. The thing is though that the quality of the clicks is very, very low. And with all of my clients and what I hear from them is that with their campaign, they always rather go with quality over quantity. They rather want to have 10 bigger businesses than 100 smaller, like individuals, for example. Those businesses that pay you a bit more tend to also be more fun to work with and more easier going. So you can enable the search partners. The big note, by the way, when ad spend is stable after a while, and the type, look at the type of impressions, and if 80% of them are unknown and lead quality is poor, turn off search volumes. This is what I was talking about earlier. There's a big chance that your lead quality will suffer from the search partners. And there's also a chance that you will get more bots on those search partners, because Google is a very secure site and the partners of Google have a bit less security in terms of the bots. You can actually take a look at what type of impressions are you getting right now. You can take a look at the age and gender, for example, also income. And if 80% of them is unknown, it basically means that you have very low quality of people seeing your ads, and that is definitely worth to turn this off. So we never scale campaigns with search partners. In case you really are not spending enough money and you're not spending your full budget, then it's definitely worthwhile to actually turn it on, because you rather want to have a little bit lower quality click than no click at all. Then if this did not work, then there's first of all definitely something wrong with your campaign. Maybe you need to just add more keywords or anything. However, if you still want to continue and you don't think there's anything wrong with the campaign, increase your radius one more time, and if this doesn't work, do again more research. But this is kind of like guaranteed to work if your campaign is set up properly. This, by the way, increase max cost per click to estimate first page bid with a max of $10. So if you are doing manual cost per click, you can actually see the estimate first page bid. This is what you need to bid to actually land on the first page. You want to do reach the max first page bid with a max of 10. Sometimes with some keywords there are you can have cost per clicks of $100. It's kind of overkill if you are running with a smaller budget. If you have a budget of like $20,000 per month, feel free to target those keywords. It can be really profitable. But assuming you don't want to spend 20K per month on your ads, definitely make sure to always set a max cost per click bid. Okay, so if though your ad spend is consistent, which typically after you've done one of those two things here is always consistent, you go to the next step. And this is following the normal optimization process. So I actually made a video about this earlier, what the Google Ads process is that we follow to actually optimize the campaigns. That was the video I was referring to earlier, where I was talking about it was more in depth. This is a more general approach, a more general overview, and a more foundational overview of the process that you need to follow to actually have a profitable Google Ads search campaign. So the normal optimization process is pass keywords with a click-through rate below 4%, pass keywords with 50 clicks and no conversions, and also check search terms and keep adding negative keywords every single day. Okay, so this is the normal optimization process. Especially in the beginning, you need to check your search terms every single day. And we do this 6 days per week for our clients. And it is so important because if you don't check your search terms on a daily basis in the beginning, every single penny of the campaign needs to be spent in the right way because you don't have a lot of results yet. If you are then going to get clicks for a search term like accounting jobs, for example, then you are simply wasting money, which you can also spend on a search term that you want to get, for example, small business accountant near me. So that's kind of the normal optimization process, this process over here, and you basically repeat this until you get 3 to 5 tracked conversions. And this takes about 1.5 months. So this takes a little while. If you already spent money on your Google Ads and you're using that same account, this will definitely be way shorter. We have actually had clients that already spent like $10,000, $20,000 on their Google Ads account, and we turn the ads on and within a week it's working. But this is so important because this is the whole data gathering phase, and this is not the most fun phase to be in, but it is the most important phase to be in. Because in the beginning, if you're running campaigns, same thing for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, if you're running those campaigns, the platforms don't really know who you are targeting and who is actually likely to convert with your ads. So it's showing your ads to all types of different people. And someone can actually make a search in Google, small business accountant near me. And actually the two people can make the same search, but Google still knows what type of person A and person B is. And Google at some point knows person A is actually more likely to convert, so we are going to show the ad to this person instead of to the other person. Although the search is the same, Google has millions and millions of data points of someone, so they know who is more likely to convert and who is not. So you need to get 3 of those 3 to 5 tracked conversions. Takes about 1.5 months if you follow this process and if you have a decent campaign. And then you follow and you go to the next step. Now, $1,500 after consistent ad spend, but no 3 to 5 track conversions. So if we spend about $1,500 to $1,000, we actually increase this. I'll actually change it also, and I will link this this board in the description. But if you spend about $1,500 on the ads, after we concluded there's no consistency in ad spend, then we switch to max conversions anyway. So basically what this is saying is that if you have spent $1,500, there's consistency, but there are no 3 to 5 track conversions, you need to switch to max conversions anyway. And that's kind of when you switch to max conversions is the period where you start making some appointments and some money from the ads. And this whole phase over here is not really a phase where you are kind of printing money and just having a fully booked calendar. This is just where you are gathering data, and this is just where Google is kind of like figuring out what type of searches basically engage with your ads. So after you follow this process over here, you have 3 to 5 tracked conversions. Then what you do, you switch to max conversions with conversion goal 15% below your current cost per conversion, and you follow the standard optimization process. And the standard optimization process essentially is this process over here. But we do not turn off any keywords if they have conversions, even if the click-through rate is like 1%. So what this means that if we have 3 to 5 of those tracked conversions, we switch to max conversions with a conversion goal lower than the current cost per conversion. That's pretty straightforward. Note, if low ad spend after 5 working days after switching to max conversion for the first time, increase conversion goal by 15%. So you can actually tell Google, hey, I want to have a cost per conversion, so cost per form fill or phone call. I want to have the goal to actually pay $200 for those conversions in the beginning, for example. That's a pretty high cost per conversion. In the beginning, that's pretty normal. Then Google is going to try its best to actually give you those conversions for that cost. So they are going to basically improve their bidding on the keywords. They're going to take a look, hey, this searcher over here is very similar as the person that converted before, and they are doing the same search, so let's show the ad to this person and bid a bit more to get the click. And then other times they will see, hey, although this search is the same as this search, the person behind the search is not very similar as the people that actually converted before. So we are still going to bid like $1 to get the click, but nothing too crazy because we don't think that they're actually going to convert. That's kind of the process that Google is going to follow, and what is going to happen if you say switch to max conversion with a conversion goal. And what is then going to happen is that you set a conversion goal of $200, for example. After 7 days, if you reach that goal, or 5 working days, if you reach that goal, then you decrease the conversion goal by 15%. So you tell Google, hey, you have done a good job. Now you have more data also. So let's actually decrease the conversion goal and go from there. This is the whole process that you basically repeat. And typically we can get the cost per conversion down to about $30. So you repeat this whole process basically. So cost per conversion goal reached after 5 working days. If so, decrease conversion goal. I basically explained that a second ago, and you repeat that. Now, if not, keep following the normal optimization process for 10 days. Is the cost per conversion goal reached every 10 days? No, then do some research. Is there anything else that we need to change? Maybe we actually increase the radius in the beginning from 20 to 30 miles, but we have consistency in ad spend. Maybe we are not reaching the conversion goal because people are not really resonating anymore with the ads because the radius is too big. Let's decrease the radius and then you start over again. Okay, so then you start basically doing some research. Okay, why is this not? Why is the cost per conversion, actual cost per conversion, not decreasing? And you can see we give it 10 days, which can for some people be quite long. This is with an ad budget of about $1,000, can also be $2,000. If you are running with, let's say, 5,000 per month, then you can actually also say, okay, well, let's give it 5 days because you get the data faster. And then you basically repeat the whole process. So that's the process that you follow. And this process essentially at some point never ends. There are a couple of things that you can do to actually optimize it though. So after 2 to 3 months of decreasing the conversion goal and everything is working properly, by this time, you are probably getting appointments every like 2-3 days. Actually, no, that's actually probably every 2 days you get a conversion and a appointment if you have a good nurturing system. And I actually explained that in another video. After this point, you are making money from the ads. So if you are getting good results, yes, offline conversion tracking with 15 leads as primary optimization goal. What this means, and this is a really powerful thing that you can actually do, after you have 15 leads that are really good fit for your services. So let's say you are targeting service-based business owners looking to outsource their tax and accounting. After you have 15 of those leads tracked, you can actually come into the CRM software that you are using with the ads, and I made a video about that a couple of days ago, where you can actually tell Google, hey, this lead is really high quality lead for us. Get us more of those people. And you upload about 15 people so that the platform actually knows and can see some similarities between those leads. You upload those back to Google and you're telling them, give us more of those people. And then what will happen, the cost per click will increase. However, since Google knows what type of clicks you want to get and what type of leads and people you want to get in touch with, they are going to bid more to actually get those clicks, which is very valuable because your cost per conversion maybe stays the same, but your actual return on your investment is actually going to increase because right now those people are your ideal clients. So, and then you still follow the normal optimization process, which is this process over here. Something else you can do, increase budgets, and you can also start display, maybe retargeting campaigns. I'm not going into too much depth about what this is, but at some point after about 3 months, you are making money from the campaign. And then, of course, you want to reinvest some of that money. Thing is, you can make more search campaigns, but if you are doing a combination maybe of virtual, kind of local, you still want to serve people in like a 100-mile radius, then you can maybe not make any more search campaigns because there are not more cities that you can target, right? So then what you can do is you can do a display campaign and retarget the people that clicked on the ads but did not convert. But this essentially is the whole process that we are actually following. Also, important note, so a time-sensitive optimization process. Weekly, on Monday, you upload the good leads for the offline conversion tracking, which is this over here. Then weekly on Monday, check if we got good leads from search terms and all the keywords. And if so, create a new skag and add to the campaign sheet. So you are going to take a look which search terms actually got conversions that week, and if you already have a keyword with that search term, and if not, you basically create an ad group for that exact keyword, and monthly test if your conversion tracking is actually working. Sometimes that breaks because there are updates. But yeah, this essentially is the whole optimization process. I know for sure if you just follow this process and you take a look also at the videos that I created before, that you will actually see success with your Google Ads. So that is the exact process that all of our clients actually follow. And again, this literally made $1 million in lifetime value for our clients. So if you just take a look at the videos that I recorded earlier, and if you just implement those things and actually give it time, I don't see a reason why it can actually fail. So if you have a lot of, if you got some value from this video, make sure to give a thumbs up. If you have any specific questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them for you, or maybe I will even make a video about it. And also make sure to subscribe to not miss any videos. And if you are an accountant and you want to get more business owner clients or wealthier individuals so that you can actually sell your higher revenue services, can be tax, accounting, bookkeeping, every single service an accountant can offer, and you want to get more of those type of clients, but you don't really know how, or you don't really have the time to do this all yourself, there's a link in the description. You can click on it where you can schedule basically a free growth session with me or someone from my team, so that we can actually give you some free tips and see how we can potentially help you in the future. So again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.